Hello, FlossTube. We're the Kitchen Stitchers.
I'm Arlene.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Lisa.
And this is the special Stitchcon edition.
2018, the very first one.
Yes, it's very exciting. So for those of you who haven't seen this on all of the FlossTubes, we've been talking about Stitchcon, which was the brainstorm of our local needle shop owner, Barbara Hills.
At Keepsakes.
While she was mowing the lawn, apparently.
Yes.
And so she connected with a couple of her FlossTube regulars, and they came up with this idea, and they, not us. No.
So, you know, she was telling the story about how she was on her riding lawnmower. I had this picture in my head of her wearing the cup, with the hat with the cup and the straws, mowing her lawn. Yeah, so that was in my head.
For whatever reason.
I doubt that's what she did. But
I was thinking of
Martin Luther. I bet she had a hat on, though.
Do you think it had the 2 beer cans on the side with the
maybe that doesn't look
wine glasses?
Oh, wine glass maybe.
Maybe, but yeah, she's
anyway.
gonna hate us for this. So anyway, they got together and they put this idea to get FlossTubers and the people who watch all the FlossTubers together.
Fans.
And they had like people from what, 35 states and
a couple of countries.
2
and
countries,
2 extra countries
even
besides.
Australia. It was pretty cool.
Australia and then Alaska.
So they had.
That's not a country, but it is far, far away.
It is.
Yes.
And I was told you can see Russia from Alaska.
Yeah. So anyway, they had all kinds of things for us to put together. They had a vendor that we could go out and look at
I think shows. They said 9 trunk shows.
So there was a lot to spend way too much money on.
I was good.
I was not. Don't tell my husband.
I don't have one, and I was still good.
I'm not saying a word because John watches this. I was so good.
And then they had Buckeye Stitcher and her boyfriend taking people to Keepsakes if they need.
They were driving the shuttles.
Because sometimes when we're at Stitch Away and I'm like missing a color and I don't want to make another color. And or fabric, or you get something, and that was, you could just pop over there, so it was pretty close.
Yeah,
the facility was really nice.
It was great. I mean, it was so well organized. I just cannot believe that, even though Barbara has done many events before, this was the first time that it was multi-states coming together, other countries. I mean, FlossTubers from all over the place, and fans that don't necessarily do FlossTube, but many of them are going to start. You're going to see a lot of them on FlossTube now. But
they also had breakout sessions to have community conversations.
It was so good. It was so good. There was so much to learn.
Yeah, there was a lot. I guess we can take this down now. But they had a lot of freebies too. So this was one of the freebies, and they gave the pattern for the Stitchcon logo and Buckeye Scarlet thread. That was Gentle Arch, yeah.
Nice.
Gentle Arch, so we all got that.
Which is Nicole from Buckeye Stitcher's favorite color.
We had,
really?
We had Krynick.
I didn't know that.
Krynick in there, so we had a little ornament that came with it. We had these on our table.
Ort jars.
Or shot glasses.
This was under. Ooh, I need a shot glass. That's a little big for a shot glass.
Yeah, well, you know,
it just depends.
I was actually shot glass shopping today.
Did you?
No, yeah, today. I know the story.
We had some. Arlene's going to show some of the free patterns that were in our bag.
Yes.
When we got there.
So
all kinds of freebies.
All kinds of freebies. Sue Hillis, who is a local designer that I'm sure you all have heard of. Can you see all those patterns? She created this one, and then there was stuff from Barbara Anna and hands-on design. So you've got all kinds of fun stuff that we could stitch away on, and there was a freebie table.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, freebie table.
That was the best freebie table I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and it kept changing.
It did.
Oh gosh, whenever a new person.
Yeah, a new person would come, they would bring, first thing they do is drop their stuff off.
Wait till you see some of the things that we got off the freebie table. This was not stuff.
I was good. I only took 2 things.
Well, I took her share and my share.
I took a few more, and Crystal took even a few more than that.
Yes. And what was really cool is, so since people have watched our FlossTube a little bit, they know what we like. And so they all know that I love sunflowers. They all know that I love beehives. They all know that I love snowmen. So people would grab things off the table and come and put it in front of me, or put it at the table and say, hey, found this for Crystal and everything, because I wasn't in my seat a whole lot.
I was. No, so our personalities really came out. The introvert sat at the table. The extrovert was never at the table. I think she did 10 stitches one day.
One day.
Well, it's because Julie made you.
That's right. Julie McConnell made me
sit and
challenged
sit.
me.
10 stitches.
And it was probably we'll talk about this later, but it was probably the least amount of stitching I did in a weekend.
Well,
like
because you're an ambivert. Is that how you say it?
Yes, ambivert.
Okay. And so and I guess you'll talk about that later, how, the perspective that we all got and took away from Stitchcon, and how we saw it through 3 different eyes. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah. So the days were pretty full. There was lots to do, and there was a make and take at the end that we'll show. And
yeah.
So it was just great fun. Oh, here's one of the things that they gave us: a little backpack,
A little drawstring bag.
a little drawstring bag, yeah,
And
filled with all kinds of stuff.
And
And
a
a
tumbler. I don't know if you can see
Stitchcon
the logo
tumbler.
because I've got pink in there. My grapefruit.
Yes.
Water. And then
There-
also the sweat-free.
For Barbara's first time, this was a big deal. This was like up there with probably,
With their pens too.
there were pens.
Yeah.
Probably any event that, and I travel a lot with different events and stuff like that, but from even watching other FlossTube events and stuff, you would never have known this was a first time, because this was
It was that classy.
A1 classy. It was beautiful.
Stephanie, big shout out.
Oh.
Stephanie and Pam, but especially Stephanie. She just kept things rolling
The whole time.
And I'm sure you've heard this in some of the other FlossTube videos, but she had the FlossTube people up and running through, so you
Yes.
could
Loop,
see
yeah.
them.
All the
people who weren't that
FlossTubers.
familiar.
Oh, you know what?
and-
She told us that we were the hardest ones to get
Oh,
a
that's
screenshot
true.
to cut, because
Okay,
she went
stop.
through all of our videos. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching, that was for you if ever we do another one, because she's like, you guys gave me so much trouble because I couldn't find
Three of you smiling at the same
at
time.
the same time, which is so weird because we smile all the time.
But I guess never at the
But-
same time.
So now you have one.
Now,
One of us is
if,
always talking.
if you ever see us just stop and drop a pose, you'll know why we're doing it.
That's Stephanie's fault.
That's right. But Pam came up with this amazing idea to get the FlossTubers and the fans out of their seats
As an icebreaker.
as
Right,
an
right,
icebreaker.
fantastic. Even for me, it was fantastic.
genius.
And honestly, this was what really made it for me. So I came in with a different expectation. We had a conversation about some of this. Usually I would go to these stitch weekends just to stitch and to stitch with my stitchy friends right here. And Crystal would always be the hostess with the mostest, and she'd come back and she'd say, you know, this person had this event in their life, and here's their family history, and they have this blood type, and she'd have all these details, and we'd be looking at each other like,
what the hell?
how did you figure that out? So she was always going around, and you know, me being more introverted than extroverted, I was very content to sit there, but I knew that they'd had some more opportunities to stitch with other people, and so they'd had some other friends.
Connections that we
so-
made
Locally.
locally that we made there.
And since this was kind of a FlossTube thing with other FlossTube people that I'd been seeing on, it was going to be one of those things where I just kind of went in with the expectation that I wasn't just going to sit, but it still made me feel really uncomfortable. So Pam had come up with this idea to have this passport, and the idea with the passport is that you went around, and if you were a FlossTuber, there was a question in there about the FlossTube people. You had to figure out who that was, and you had to collect a stamp from them, and when you got your passport filled, then you could enter in to get a prize. They were raffling off
A raffle, yeah. These, we each got a stamp with a different color or a different shape that marked us as us. And what you had to do was get a stamp from every single FlossTuber. And with multiple FlossTubers, you had to get both of their stamps. And with us, people were at the last minute before we could turn these in. We're saying, I don't have one of the kitchen signatures. There's one of them missing. And so I
And
would
the
look
answer was
at it.
always Lisa.
Lisa. I would look at the colors and go, you're missing the black one.
Yeah.
Because Lisa. And so it was really fun.
What was really brilliant for me was because it would make me very uncomfortable just to walk up to people that I don't know and just start talking. But this gave me that open door and a purpose.
Well, and for me, this gave me that open door, but I still was uncomfortable, so I didn't go gather.
She didn't move out of her seat.
No, I did. But the more I got, the more uncomfortable I got asking.
But it got people coming to her.
Yeah, and I was fine.
That's true.
I was fine when they would come and sit down at the table and
just
chit chat. But to get up and go.
So that to me, this was super awesome.
It was amazing.
I thought so too.
And I really got
great job,
I
girls.
didn't
some
do it.
conversations.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. It was good.
It was so thought out. I mean, just every single detail. They even had in our bags restaurants local were restaurants that would give us discounts if we wanted to go and eat there. The staff at La Quinta. Yeah, Quinta.
From
Mexico. They were amazing. They were so friendly.
Pesos. I tried.
They don't take what?
Pesos. I brought my pesos.
Oh. Yes, you do have some pesos.
I do.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
I do.
I know. That's good. Yes.
World traveler over here.
So.
Anyway.
So yeah, they were just so wonderful. What I thought was really cute is that when we walked in and we registered, all of the 9 vendors, they were all set up, and the tables were just had all these patterns and all these models and all this stuff on
Fabrics and thread.
everything. And we all wanted to just go and start our bag, and it was like,
but the security guard,
the security guard.
It was so tempting.
Security, I will cut you.
Who will cut you?
But anyway.
Well, see, I came up with the idea that one little measly security guard could be easily overpowered by the majority of us.
I saw the muscles.
We could grab legs. Someone could tackle from behind.
I
could get him in the head.
We could,
but we behaved ourselves.
Yeah,
well,
we definitely did.
We could have hurt them, and then it would have been sad.
Or they could have hurt me, and that would have been sadder. I'm old.
Well, yeah, you are.
I'm brittle. I'm breakable. But I was so impressed with them. They were Barbara's family. Her son was one of the security guards, and her daughter's boyfriend was one of the security guards. And I mean, they owned their job. If someone tried to take a pattern out and like put it under something, when you came back to see if it was like, I didn't do this. Maybe somebody else did. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but they didn't find it.
But for the most part, they found the extra ones and then would put them back.
It was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes before. But I didn't want him to take the last one.
So,
it's the one thing I wanted.
I did not know.
I do not get the bad rep anymore.
She's such a rat.
You know you're going to go to jail. You will not.
Keep saying
you will
jail.
not do well in prison.
I paid for it. I would not do well in prison.
The one who would
Crystal,
survive.
take the blonde.
I'm like, you want them. Brunettes are by the dozen. But we had such a great time. And it was just so well. I mean, I cannot say as much about how well organized and they thought out everything. Mm-hmm. So,
one of the things that really struck me was how generous people were.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
For sure.
I mean, just this whole stitching community is like this. And, you know, I had never really had a stitch needle, what do you call this? Needle minder?
Needle minders.
Okay. So Abby Johns, the top notch stitcher, she gave me this one. Top knot, yes, top knot. So she gave, because I don't use a hoop.
Oh, I like that a
and
lot.
it's so
That's a cute
light.
one.
It
That
just
is adorable.
stuck on the material, and it was easy to use. So I now have a needle minder.
Does she not use a hoop or a frame at all?
No, I think she does. But it was what she made was so light, it made it really easy to, so I could use it. The only needle minder I ever had fell apart when I first started to use it. So I'm like, these are dumb. I'm not using this. But no, this is great.
I love them.
I like that. I think they look so fun to have all these little.
I know, they're fun.
Very excited.
But
about
we
that.
did. There were stitchers that had brought, because one of the things had said, there was a needle minder exchange. So if you brought needle minders, you could go and exchange them with other people. Well, we didn't make any needle minders because I just haven't had time to learn how to do that, even though it's very easy.
I never liked needle minders.
And she never liked needle minders.
I have the glue.
We're going to get together. We're going to make needle minders,
I bought the glue
daggone it.
months ago. I kept telling her, I've got the glue.
It was so much fun having them come and give us these needle minders. Because
and it wasn't just us.
No, it was
no.
everybody. It was everybody.
Yeah.
And actually, I am going to talk about my needle minders because I have one very, very special needle minder from a very special
Needle
minder.
Midles.
I will just rename them.
Hers are needle midles.
This is true. But and then we also did a Smalls gift
was my
exchange.
favorite.
Well, let's talk about the needle minders now, since we're on the subject.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds great.
Can I show my favorite one that makes me
Yes.
smile?
Yes.
Oh my
This is the
gosh.
first one that any of us got.
This one makes me smile. Oh, hold on.
I'm having a hot flash.
So, this was from Marlene. She
Yes.
actually came over to our table to give Crystal one that she found specifically for her, and she had a bunch of other ones that she said, just pick one that you like. And this one...
It is so Lisa's
it is-
personality.
I absolutely love it. And every time I'd stitch, I'd look at this and I would just smile and smile. I love him! Doesn't he make you smile? I love him. Absolutely love this guy. So, thank you,
This
Marlene.
is the one I got from her as well. Sorry, not sorry.
Which Arlene is trying to actually, because Arlene's always like, I'm sorry. So this is her
And she means it.
And she does mean it. She just, she is so sweet. She never ever wants to offend anybody because it's like a heart thing for her.
I don't care.
Since we're, it's actually true. She doesn't.
Hence the grumpy face.
And I'm more toward Arlene, but can go toward Lisa, depending on it.
Perfect mix of
Yes.
personalities.
So Marlene,
They
who
complete me.
this is true, we are all so different and yet work so well together. So this was from Marlene, and hers FlossTube is Stitching by the Lake, and
She's really good at remembering names.
We're not.
I'm getting old, but this
Brittle.
I am brittle. I take vitamin D3, lots of it. So she gave me this needle minder, and oh, maybe I should put it on the paper because it's easier to see. I don't know. So it's this one, and it's a C, and it's so beautiful. I love it. The other thing that she did, when you get to talk to Marlene, she is
Stitching by the Lake.
Stitching, yeah, Stitches by the Lake or Stitching by the Lake, one of them. And yeah, we've got the list.
Stitchin' by the Lake.
Stitchin' by the Lake.
Marlene Bush.
And she is just one of the most lovely, beautiful women that I've ever seen. She is a few years older than I am. And she's just absolutely gorgeous. She's beautiful. But if you talk to her for even 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, you will see straight into her heart. One of the things that she said to me that I will take away, and I've started trying to do this with my children, she says every day she sends a text to her children with something encouraging. You know, I'm thinking about you today, or, you know, just something loving, encouraging, and bright. And, oh my gosh. I mean, just talking to her, it's like, can you just invite me over, or can you stay at my house for a while?
Did you give her your cell phone so she could send you an encouraging text every day?
Actually, we did exchange numbers.
Okay, so now she's going to be expecting it from you, Marlene, if you're watching.
I tell you,
I'm just
Marlene,
saying.
you just left a really big impression on me.
That's
And
nice.
it is really, really there. And I really want to talk about, as we go in later, after we talk about our needle minders, what I took away from Stitchcon. And it was the people and talking to them and getting to know them. And so here are a couple of my other needle minders that were sent.
Wait,
I got
have
the
the
same
I
one.
just dropped them.
I got the same one.
This one, the ones that we all three share, was from Candy at Candy Stitches.
It says "You are my sunshine" on it.
Yes, and they're sunflowers. So, and so it was just wonderful. People were so generous. Also, where did my pen go? Karen Macon.
Oh, wait, where's mine?
So
Okay,
excited.
we gotta get.
Okay, I've got mine.
It came like this.
And so it was Stitchcon 18, Karen Macon, and these are what?
Here it is.
And then watch Lisa's.
Look at Lisa's. This is too awesome.
This is another thing that just made me smile. Okay.
Lipstick.
Oh no. Oh look, it's got
a needle.
Is that
pink? That is so fun. That is so fun.
Make sure you take the needle out before you put it on your lips, though. Isn't that fantastic?
It's not lipstick. It's
I
padded.
Love this.
Isn't
this the greatest?
Cute.
Adorable.
So cute. I'm excited about this because it's purple and it's going to go into the little mouse house that I'm making, finishing up. So woohoo!
Yes.
Very excited.
One of the other people, Karen Macon. I cannot say enough about her.
She watches us too.
She watches
and
us.
She comments.
She comments.
Love the comments.
Oh,
comments are so
gosh.
awesome.
She was at the table next to ours.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
right in front of us. And there were people that I wanted to scout out because they watch us. They give such amazing feedback to us. And my thing with this Stitchcon was to really connect with our followers and other FlossTubers that I really like. But to just connect and go around and meet these people, we're talking about some of the most quality people on the face of the planet, our Stitchers.
Well, that's one of the things that they had were breakouts to have conversations about FlossTube, and one of the first ones was about community and how this really has been helpful to connect to people. And that's why we love the comments, is just to hear feedback and to, you know, just
and to get that encouragement
and like
to continue
to breathe life when you're doing something.
That's so true.
To, you know, we'll pick apart. I mean, someone even said to me, I'm like, you can tell it's been a humid day because my hair's like, like my hair, I always feel like I have a nest, and they're like, oh, we love your hair. They love her hair.
Go figure.
I tell you, someone came up to me and says,
nice.
You know, when I watch you guys, I just can't take my eyes off of Lisa Rosa. She is so beautiful, and her hair. I'm like, I cut her hair, but no, she wears it well. And I mean, several people, you know, were just commenting on, they love our laughter, they love our banter.
I like the one who said, you guys are awfully giggly, but I find that I'm giggling right along with you.
That's the best. That is really the best.
It is. Because honestly, one of the reasons why we went into the breakout sessions, because what was the first one? What I wish I knew before I started floss tubing. And I tell you, because we didn't know anything.
We still don't.
We still don't. We're still figuring this out. I told Arlene, who it's through hers, her Gmail, which that was another thing we learned, to not put it in your regular Gmail address, to create a new Gmail.
Or your regular Google.
Or your regular, Google, because then it's out there.
And you're stuck.
And you're stuck. You can't go back and change it. But, I mean, we can't, because if we changed anything, we would have to start all over, and then we would lose everybody that likes to. So in the meantime,
your email probably fills up with
all of this stuff.
As opposed to.
No, it actually doesn't, but it stays in the YouTube arena, but yeah.
That's good.
But yeah.
But yeah, there was just so many things.
I passed away. Okay, if I went away tomorrow, then
away.
having to keep up, it'd be different to switch.
We would be like Pam and Steph.
Don't pass away.
We would floss tube it.
Don't get lost like in the woods. It was the one we lost our mom. Not like lost in the woods.
I have no idea where or even how it's connected.
It's all in her head.
There's
a connection there somewhere.
She can't even come back because I don't think she can explain it. What does it make sense? She's squeaking.
Okay. So there was a Smalls exchange. We're segueing into something else here.
I'm bright red now.
I am too. And
I'm sorry. Pause.
We're awfully giggly.
Okay.
So
anywho, I have one more needle minder.
Okay,
I love this one because this one I thought was really funny too. The flying pig.
Which It's so funny because someone
I saw
actually
this
picked
and I'm
that
like-
out for you because you've ran the flying pig.
And I saw this, I'm like,
good.
I have to have that. And
Yeah.
they gave it to me. I was like, thank you.
It is so
Isn't that
awesome.
great? Yeah, I ran the
I'm
flight.
just
I didn't run the whole flying pig. I ran the half. A few
I'm
couple.
Well,
just
that's
excited
more
that
than what
can
I
use
ran.
a needle minder now. And it hasn't fallen apart. It's awesome.
That's true. That's
Funny.
true. That was really a cute
Anyway.
one. So we did do a smalls exchange, and we are going to be posting pictures at the end of this.
Pink bag is
It may or may not have music. I don't know.
It won't have music.
So it's not going to be as fun as some of the others where you have this soothing music and you're watching the pictures. But there's going to be a lot of you guys in the pictures, and I mean, it was so fun. So, where did my exchange go? Lisa,
Am I
quit. You're taking it.
I want it all.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
my
kidding.
exchange, I got this. I made a mouse and I gave that away. And then this, Karen Quick made this. She made bigger bags for her buddies at her table, and then she made me a small one. It's so exciting. Look, it's so cute on the inside, and it's just
Super
I
cute.
love it. Love it. It's just super cute. So.
And my smallest exchange came in this adorable box. Oh, I picked it because of the box. It was so cute. I just love this box. Oh, look at the box.
There's a keyhole on it.
It's so cute. So inside, and the person who made this actually is a designer, and she designs her own patterns.
This was her own design.
This is her own design. Okay. Look at this. No, that way. No,
Here.
this way. No, that. Okay, look at that. It's all backwards.
Just look at the screen.
And then-
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. There we
The
go.
screen, yeah.
There. And then here's her back where it says Stitchcon 2018.
It's got bees on the front.
It has got strawberries and bees on the back. She just knew it was for me. And this is the scissor fob that she made. Look at that strawberry. And these are the scissors that she put in it.
Oh,
And her
very nice.
name is Kathy D-E-L. I'm horrible in pronouncing names when I just see them. Delaney, which one is it?
Is she on there? I don't think so. She's not there.
I have her picture and I have her name in the picture. So,
And this is cute, the little thing on the end of the scissors.
yes.
That's the little that goes on the end of a knitting needle
Knitting, yeah.
for knitters.
Yeah.
To hold your
She
stitches
was
on. What a
so
great idea to use
incredibly
for this.
creative.
Yeah,
I
very cute.
love this.
So I chose this pretty little pink bag, and it was from. Well, check out this card. More pigs. Isn't that great? So mine was from Erin Adams
from Troy, Ohio.
and she's gonna come down to
Keepsakes.
Keepsakes.
First.
Not this First Friday, but following First Friday, because you said you would, and I'm keeping you to
We're
it.
holding
Erin.
you to it.
So she made an ornament, and she did her stitching on 1/1. It's really tiny,
It's
tiny stitches.
So well stitched.
That's so
Isn't that cute?
That is
So
cute.
this is currently hanging on my wall. I've got a similar wall like this with clocks. So I've got this hanging up there. I will move this to my tree when I get my tree up and put this up for Christmas. So I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you, Erin.
Very cool. So that was
Yeah.
kind of fun. And
That was fun.
They thought we'd have to move out. I'm sure you heard that, but there were so many people. Most people did this. I'm going to
Yes.
bet you next time when we do this,
Everybody.
everybody will do it. 'Cause
Well,
it was just
it
so
was
fun.
fantastic.
And then everybody, because by that time, a lot of people gone through the passport, so we were all kind of familiar with each other. And just going and finding who gave it. And
Oh, it
That was
fun.
fun when it was fun.
Taking
when it was
pictures
finished. We're
with
like,
the
all right,
people.
go find your people.
Yes.
It was
And
like
it
a
was
free-for-all.
interesting because the one who got my small was the one that Arlene got her small. And so Karen Quick got mine. And
That's funny.
it was just weird. There's 150 people there. And I was like, because she said, I got both, got one from his kitchen stitcher and gave one to a kitchen stitcher.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So that was pretty fun. The freebie table, I think we mentioned it, but let's kind of show some of the freebies. You got some freebies off the freebie table, right?
We might as well show Lisa's first.
I went crazy at the freebie table. I got one thing.
Which is gorgeous.
So this ink circles tapestry pattern was there. I just thought, how fun!
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll do this. I'll put this on my wall of Quaker because it kind of goes with the Quaker.
And I found shepherd's bush.
Yes. So Arlene found
Stocking.
a stocking that I will put in my shepherd's bush collection, which I will eventually do for my family. So yay!
And so I found a bunch
Was
of
that the
shepherd's
only
bush.
thing
That
you
was
got?
it. That was the only thing I
Oh
took
my
off the freebie table. Can
Well,
you
see,
believe that?
every time you went back, it was different. So
Well, I
this
never
one
left my table.
woman brought in like 9. She had like a hotel thing coming in. She had all this fabric.
That was quite a lot.
So we got some fabric. So I found this one I'm going to do for this fall. I thought this was really cute.
like
That's
that.
adorable.
I like
like
it.
that a
This says
lot.
awesome in my autumn.
That
The
is
fabric
really
construction.
cute. Really cute.
And I like this one. It was Pattern of the Month from 2014. It says life is a gift. I really
Life
like
is
that. I like all the
a
colors on that too. And then this one was kind of fun. It came with the silks and the little button. And I'm not a red hat person, but somebody maybe. And so that would
My
be kind
mom
of fun
is.
to stitch. And then
Oh, you can stitch it for your
I
mom as a
don't know
present.
that I like the ladybugs, and I didn't really buy it for the pattern, but I bought it for the buttons. Aren't those cute?
Those are great buttons.
Not bought it. I took it for the buttons.
I bought
Someone
it
had a
for nothing.
big bag of floss that someone at our table
Oh
brought.
my gosh, that was
And
crazy.
so
my
Crystal
gosh.
like sorted it out, and
A lot
then
of
we kind of all
duplicates in
shared
there.
it.
Yes.
Oh, I
and then
did get that. I did take off of those
For Alex.
for my daughter.
I
Alex.
found a bunch of shepherd's bush. I love, love, love shepherd's bush. So that one, and then this one for bees, and then this one, which was summer. I thought that was really cute, and Crystal wants to steal it.
This is the one that that's the one that she picked up from the table. Just saying.
You dropped your
Well,
notes.
it looks a little.
I love it.
funny. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
funny.
Funny. That says baby.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out what that
I
said.
couldn't do
And
that.
then be strong.
I have 4 of that set
I love
for
those.
For
fits.
yeah.
And then this one was hide and seek. Yep. And then the last one, I had done the sheep of this, another one for like this pumpkin, and so I bought that because it was
like
kind of
that.
fun. So
I love the purple in it.
those were mine. Yes, I
Those are very nice.
Now, Crystal.
Are we ready?
Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing.
Yeah, sit down, everybody. It's
It's gonna be.
you might
a
actually
while.
pause,
And so,
take a bathroom break.
Another
'cause
thing
Crystal's
about the
gonna-
generosity is I saw someone had this on their table, and I exclaimed how cute that was with the pillow. She said, "Oh, I was just going to put it on the freebie table. Do you want it?" I went, "Yeah,
Yes.
I'll take it."
Ooh,
I know.
Now Crystal's going to
I
open
know.
a store based on the freebie
No, you
table.
can't have it.
but I want it.
You can't have it.
But I
Lisa.
want it.
Okay, if you said it that way, I understand. Okay, so my thing this year was I want to make all the ornaments that I put on my tree
All the time.
all the time. So
All day, every day.
that's right. So this was on the free table, and I just thought these were
Did this come
adorable.
with
Yeah, it came with it.
Yes, this.
No freaking way.
Okay, how do I?
Just
Wow,
just turn
that's
it around.
awesome.
All right, turn it around.
It's got the
Krynic, yeah.
Yeah, the Krynic in there.
Bolger.
Bolger.
Bolger. It's got the
It's
Bolger
French.
from France.
Parlez-vous
Um,
français?
But that was on the free table, and that is the Crystal collection. Actually, someone brought it over to me because they saw Crystal on it.
I can't believe it comes with that.
She's not gonna get it.
I want the other one.
I really like this one.
Oh, I do.
Okay,
I
this.
want that
I want it.
I want that one.
Okay, so this was on there, and I've been doing a lot of independence, patriotic.
Me too.
And so
I need
I
one.
actually found this on the table,
Cute name.
and I know it's so cute. Oh, yeah, Stitch in
Stitch in
Time.
Store name.
Store
Store
from
name?
Florida.
Yeah, from Florida. So that was adorable. Then Arlene saw this on the table and brought it over to me because I love snowmen, and I can make these into individual ornaments. Look what came with it. Is that not amazing? The fabric and the
You
stuff.
saved $18.
Yep. And then
Debbie Mom, she was always fun.
And then I found this where I saw extra ornaments.
Oh.
This one down here I absolutely love.
Oh, so cute. That one.
So Lisa likes this
Look at
one.
the little penguins. How cute that is.
Yes.
That's very
I
cute.
want it.
So I was very excited when I saw this because I love Christmas trees
That's
and
like
all
the
kinds. So then I found this because it's got birdhouses and, you know,
And hopping hares, apparently.
yeah, hopping hares for carrot because I am growing my own vegetables now. But back in the day, I think it was in the 90s when birdhouses were huge, and then 2000 and stuff, no birdhouses. That was not cool anymore. Now birdhouses are coming back again, so I was quite
Everything
excited
comes
about
back.
it.
Everything comes back.
Goes around, comes around.
Yes, this is a
No
pattern.
problem, no problem. No,
Okay, so this I found, I really liked it, and that is from Homespun
Elegance.
Elegance Patriotic Landscape.
That's cute.
It is so adorable. And then
I want
these adorable snowmen, and Lisa said she wants them, but not until I'm done.
Look, they even have daisies.
Daisy,
Lazy stitches.
yeah, lazy
It's
daisy
mine.
stitches.
This should be mine.
It is not yours.
Oh, that's cute.
This,
Did you want it for this one?
I was just gonna say, someone actually came over and brought this to me because of the beehive in the middle. So this is Celebrate the Seasons, and I love beehives. Not that kind of beehive, but this kind of beehive.
You do love that kind of beehive
I
too.
love that kind of beehive. And I thought this was adorable.
I did.
Heart. Stop it. In the mode here, and I'm not catching all those
She's
sides.
ignoring us.
This is Heart in Hand, and I
Cute.
thought that was adorable.
Yeah, yeah. Is all of them in there?
And then the 12 Days of Christmas.
How many days are in there?
12 Days of Christmas
All 12?
by Jim Shore.
Oh, Jim.
Oh, I love Jim Shore.
Oh, you
Oh,
do.
look, it's a bagpiper.
Well, they have to have pipers piping.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know, but it's like a real. Sometimes they do like a fife kind of piper. You know, they don't
Oh, the
always
French.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She's just reminiscing David in his younger days.
I was the
He
bagpiper.
was a drummer.
He was a drummer.
That's true. But he wore the kilt.
Yes, he still
So
does. Still
this
does.
one
Sexy
is a
face.
shepherd's bush. Okay. Shepherd's bush with buzz, bees, hive, and honey. And it says love.
Love.
Isn't that adorable?
That's adorable.
You guys, I had so much fun.
Oh,
And then
these
the
are-
collection
Tony brought-
comes.
Tony brought
Okay,
these in.
so one of our local stitchers, her name is Tony, and she has a bazillion shepherd's bush stockings because she's been doing them for all of her grandchildren, and she has a lot more than I do, and I have 11.
She's a gorgeous
So,
lady.
and she is so beautiful. She had passed along a lot to Lisa,
all of them, all of her patterns
All.
that she's done.
but do you remember we had a FlossTube fan,
Becky,
who
So
saw that Lisa,
generous.
yes,
Wow.
saw that Lisa was doing the shepherd's bush stockings
Yeah,
and
she
said
found them,
all of them.
Yard sale.
something like that. Yeah.
And she just commented on our FlossTube and said, Lisa, I have so many of these.
Do you want
Would
them?"
you be interested in them? And Lisa was like,
Yes,
yes,
please."
please. So from Tony coming with some of the ones that she had, and from Becky giving some of the ones that she had, Lisa had some duplicates. 1, 2, 3,
It even almost looks like it could be one of your grandkids.
4. Actually, it does. 5,
That too.
6, 7,
Not that one.
8, 9, 10,
How many grandkids do you have?
11.
Oh,
Well, and I
one
have
more.
I have more of these at home. These are the ones that I had
Duplicates of.
Oh, okay. So
that
you
Tony
can
had brought in.
steal them
I
from her.
cashed in because I don't know if I've told you before, but when my husband and I got married, he had a hand knitted stocking made for him. Well, when we got married as a wedding gift, we had a friend make a stocking for me out of the same type of patterns, but they were just a little different. Well, then each time we had a child, which we had 5, she made a stocking for them. and always our names were put on the stockings.
And
so
then a picture knitted in, with,
and then
intarsia
yes,
through there.
it was beautiful.
Pain in the,
and the reason why Lisa says it was a pain in the butt,
because intarsia's hard to do. It's messy.
So I came to Lisa the first time my eldest got married, and I said, could you make his spouse a knitted stocking? Because I hung them all up over the fireplace, and then the next one got married, and I said, Lisa, can you make their stocking for their spouse? And then the next one, and then the next one, and then this last one.
The last one got married. Yes.
And I found out through this process.
And she said no to the grandkids.
So she didn't say no. I already found out through this process how much these were a pain in the behind to make.
Yeah.
And
and some people really like doing that. It's just, for me, that is the most painful type of knitting to do because I don't enjoy it.
And
I enjoy doing it for my friend, but I don't enjoy that
she
type
was
of knitting.
very happy when the last one got married.
Yay.
And I found out how much of a labor of love that she contributed to me by making each of them their own stockings.
So now you can make your own.
And I don't know how to knit that well. And there's no way I would be able to knit those. So I was trying to think of some way to make a stocking for all of the grandkids so that eventually I'm going to pass all of these over to the family so they can have their own individual stockings that they then can keep passing on if they choose to.
They're going to love it.
I was gifted these 10 and I'm so thankful. And I know that was a rattle on. Thank you so much for listening and seeing how much it was important to me.
I told you to put it on pause and go to the bathroom.
Yes. She did warn you. Then
There's
the
more.
things that I didn't have any more from the free table, but these are the things that I purchased.
Oh, okay.
Oh, purchase.
Oh, wait a minute. I did have more stuff.
I was like, you
Hold
have
on.
fabric.
Okay, when we said there was stuff on this table
There were boxes of this.
of fabrics, and those actually came from Cindy, who stitches with us locally.
I think she
I'm
got them at an
telling you.
estate sale, didn't she?
Ornament fabrics, oh, because they're the stiffer kind that are so awesome. I mean, just look at these fabrics. It's just one after another,
Sparkly.
after another, after another, and another, and another,
And she told
and
her friends,
another, and they
two
told her friends. Yes, more, and then the last of the freebies. For me, that is. I really cleaned up.
Looks like burlap.
It does, and it'll make amazing ornaments. Look at this, and it's the soft kind. You guys, I am so in awe of the generosity.
What's the count on that?
Big,
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
big.
Anyway.
Shepherd bush big.
Yes. Ooh. No, I don't think it's big enough for a shepherd bush
Well,
stocking.
not a stocking, but you could probably take something.
Some
from
of
the
these
shepherd's
and make them
bush
into
piece
it.
and do that,
But
yeah.
the generosity of stitchers, I mean, I remember when I came to Keepsakes and I literally brought a whole box full of stuff for the free table. And this is what happened at our Stitchcon. Amazingly generous people.
Well, another thing that they did besides the freebie table is one of the girls was doing a fundraiser for
Alzheimer's.
So she brought a separate bunch of stuff that she had as a freebie that if you take, please make a donation to Alzheimer's. So
It was Michelle Garrett from Bendy Stitchy.
in Oregon. I did take one from that group just because it was so creepy and so anyway, but
I just gave a donation.
It came with the cool little threads and these cool little dinky dyes stuff, but look at this.
That is.
Isn't that creepy as can be? So I'm gonna make 2 of these and give it to my 2 friends. No, I'm not. But isn't that just creepy? I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna do it, but
Creepy.
I don't know
Oh,
what
that
I'll
could be
do
your
with it.
ornament exchange.
Ooh. I did think about that.
Your Halloween
too.
ornament exchange.
So if you're in that exchange, don't look.
That's right.
I did think about doing it for that, but I already have something else picked for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my.
Well, and part of
Alzheimer's
the exciting
contribution.
thing with the smalls is there were some pretty amazing stitchers.
Oh
like
my
Jan,
gosh.
who does the finishing. Sue
Oh my
Hillis
gosh.
did a smalls exchange. I mean, she's amazing.
Yes.
I got to meet Jan, and she actually finished my mania for me. Look at that. Isn't that just adorable? How
So
she
you
did
gave that to her last weekend,
Yes.
and she got it back to you by
She did
Saturday?
that fast
Wow.
because she knew it was
Less
4th
than a
of
week.
July.
Wow.
And she filled it with lizard litter. That's hard to say, but
It's kind of like Niedermeindl.
She's, yes. Okay, and then what we bought.
Oh, I did buy one thing.
Okay. Okay, we'll let Lisa share first.
Because I was so good.
I bought one of
wasn't-
these and forgot to bring it.
I actually wasn't going to buy anything because I try really hard to stay within budget because I'm on a budget. But I was walking out of the bathroom, and right there, as you're leaving the bathroom,
It's evil. They did that on purpose.
They did it because they weren't there the whole weekend until that very last day. There's something about when you see something stitched up and displayed beautifully.
Looks totally different
Yeah,
than the
'cause-
pattern.
So I bought. They just struck me. So I bought these two patterns. There's a third in the set that one
I
of the
bought that
girls,
one.
of the other girls has the third. So I mean the pictures look like whatever, but oh my gosh,
See, it's
When you
when
see
they
them
show the
stitched
fabric.
up.
yeah, when they had it stitched up, they stitched it, and I bought this sparkly fabric from,
I
was this from
love
Under
that
the Sea. Under the Sea.
Yes,
Fabrics, who I
Leslie
show.
from Under the Sea
So-
Fabrics was one of the vendors.
I don't know if you can see the
Yeah, you
the
got it.
sparkle
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Look at, check that out. Oh my God.
That is gorgeous.
So
cute.
they had it stitched on this sparkly fabric, and there's so much metallic and krynic and
So
beautiful.
true.
beads and stuff, and
beautiful.
it just in that bathroom lighting, as the light was shining out of the bathroom door onto this stuff, it just glowed. And
It was spotlighted just
I
for
think
Lisa.
so.
But yes,
that
these
was my
are
purchase.
Under the Sea by Leslie.
Yeah, she had a
and
trunk show up
She had
there.
a trunk, and I'm telling you, her fabrics were absolutely
Oh,
gorgeous.
At the
Let me
same
open this up.
time, they okay.
check that. I mean, look at the. I
Yes.
don't know if you can see,
It's better up close. You can see it better up close. There
but
you
look at
go.
all the variations in that. How
It's
great
gorgeous.
that is. Oh, I love this.
I bought several of hers.
Yeah, you did.
So I fell in love with the really colorful threads they had from Color in Cotton. And
Those are
so they
gorgeous.
had
Those were absolutely
they had this
gorgeous.
pattern there, and so this is what I stitched while I was at Stitchcon. So I did get some stitching done. And it has a cute little birdhouse button that goes in the middle there. So I'm almost finished. But all those colors were not the colors that this called for. I just selected all those really bright and fun colors from Color by Cotton and decided I wanted to do the birdhouses with that.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
So beautiful.
And Barbara at our LNS is going to start stocking these.
And I heard she's the first
It's Color and Cotton.
physical store,
Oh, is
brick
she?
and mortar store, to
She's-
carry this line of
Yes.
threads.
Love it. And there's
Isn't it
just
beautiful?
The variegations on all of them were just, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's just a lot of variegation, and it was a lot of fun to stitch with.
Yeah.
You
It's
can see
gorgeous.
a lot of the variegation like in the pumpkin there.
Yeah. It was
A
beautiful.
little bit in the purple. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we bought stuff.
Yeah, we bought stuff. Leslie, you pushed me over my budget because I bought so many of your fabrics. Absolutely love them. Will never regret it. In the long run, that chunk of money, it'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, this
But-
was one of those fabrics too. So I just bought
Yes.
this whole thing there, and I have a lot left of it, so I can use more of it. Again,
Yeah.
the variegation in there.
Yeah. My fabrics are put away somewhere because I'm not the most organized person, and if I flipped this around,
We should do that.
no, you would see my whole stitchy corner because we're at my house, and I was getting ready to, when I came back from Stitchcon, I'm like, I gotta get organized because I have bought so many of the same patterns and then realized I bought them. So when it comes time for,
Stephanie. Are you
when
going to have her?
yeah, no.
Stephanie organizing.
Well, that would be nice. But when it comes time to give free giveaways of some of the things I've stitched, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna be so lucky because I got lots of things because I bought many duplicates because I liked it that much. But while we were at Stitchcon, I saw that Sue Hillis had a bunch of her ornaments, and so to say the least, I know.
Oh.
That's why I bought it.
I'm sorry.
I know. Wait till you see them. They want to see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so this is her More Bah Humbug. Sorry. And this is what I absolutely fell in love with. This with the lights. Obviously, we all know I love snowmen. But, yeah. This one with the half ornament and the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, I just had to have this. So that's going in my collection that I'm going to do. And this one was by Sue Hillis, and it's called Christmas Candy. Look at this Christmas tree. Look at that tree. Oh my gosh. That's a Christmas tree, and that is Noel.
It's not a Christmas tree.
It's not a Christmas tree, but my daughter was born 27 years ago this December 23rd, and her name is Holly Noel. And she absolutely loves her name, people. Don't think that, you know, oh, I would hate that. She loves it. Believe me. This next one I bought because of the Christmas tree. I'm not a whole partridge in a pear tree, and the other one's kind of poinsettia-y, but I had to have this. Had to have it. And this is called Traditional Tree, Something Old, Something New by Sue Hillis.
Yeah, I bought some Sue Hillis's too, just because I have a stitchy friend. Actually, not a stitchy friend. She's a sewer seamstress.
Yes.
And I've been kind of doing
That's
Sue
what I bought.
Hillis's stuff. And so those
Yes.
are the things that I bought. So I can have a stock over time that I can create for her. I think this stuff
That's
with the
neat.
spools by Sue Hillis, I just adore those. Which one is that? And then that one too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, she does do a lot of. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
lots of fun.
And if you remember, Arlene did a sewing machine that a pattern that she's putting on a box to give to this stitchy friend for Christmas. So this will just be
when that
amazing.
finish
Does
comes
she watch
in.
this?
When that finish
Does she
comes
watch
in.
No, yeah, that's why I can talk about it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now, did you buy anything?
I already showed
Oh,
my
you
one
already
buy,
showed yours.
my one purchase.
Do you want to show your finish?
I had a finish at Stitchcon.
Yes,
I
you did.
stitched an entire planet.
So true.
It looked like a cookie.
It still looks
Until
like a cookie.
It's Venus.
I'm your Venus.
I don't know what you're gonna do with them. I think it's so cool.
this was actually one of my Stitch Mania starts that I started on Black Ada.
Yes.
Hated it, but I had to get a start because Stitch Mania.
And then we swapped.
Then we ordered the fabric from Seraphim. I ordered the dark. She ordered the light. I received the light. She got the dark. I started this on the light. Did not like it. Found out she had the dark. We switched. Did it on the dark, and I love it. I think it's perfect.
Gorgeous.
So I've got the pattern for all 9 planets, including Pluto, and I'm going to leave it in the hoop, do each one in its hoop, paint this with dark blue and do some glow in the dark, probably Venus, and then I'm going to hang it in my grandson's bedroom at my house because I finished it in solar system. So they get all the planets, and he asked me, the oldest one asked me, why don't you ever stitch anything for me, Ging Ging? Okay, you got it, buddy.
That's
For
such
you.
a
So
good
true.
idea. I finished one of the mice.
Yay!
So, but I
I actually had a finish too. Julie. I did.
10 stitches.
10 stitches to go. Done.
Well, it was more than that. It was the little bitty flag that
Oh, you did.
Oh, you
I
started
did.
from Mania.
I started from
You
Mania.
just showed that to us.
I know, it's in that bag.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, we can get it, just so that Julie really
Prove it.
sees that I did it.
Okay.
So, it's in there. The other thing,
Wow. All right, you're gonna have to do it.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it might be, no, anyway,
Yeah, no way.
it's okay. It's a flag, little tiny flag,
super cute
but it's
flag.
how I'm gonna finish it that's gonna be fun. Okay,
Oh, wait, and there was another thing that happened at Stitchcon that I thought was super yummy. Cupcake Stitcher.
Melissa!
The
Oh
to
my gosh.
Die for cupcakes. I swear they look like they were made by a professional, but it was the one that I had
She
was
is a
chocolate
profession, I think.
Yeah.
with chocolate chip cookie dough icing.
Cookie dough ice cream. Oh my gosh.
I think it's over in that
It was
plastic bag
so
over there.
good.
Or
It was
in that,
so good. Oh
one
my
right.
gosh, that was so awesome.
it was
And
amazing.
I will have to say, Shauna Collins, she's evil.
I know.
She got me addicted to dark chocolate M&Ms. So I love dark chocolate for whatever reason.
Because it's yummy.
Yeah, I didn't try to do a dark chocolate M&M. Oh my gosh! And she had me eat one of them with a caramel M&M,
I think
which
that's
was
what
really
I think
good.
that's what she's
And then she brought over dark chocolate Reese's. This is not good for my diet.
Do you know
She's evil.
that the table that Erin Adams from Troy, Ohio, I had not yet had breakfast, and I was going around doing my morning round, saying hello to everybody, and They had, oh, it was actually the last day. I had brought mimosas, the champagne and orange juice, and I made mimosas for everybody that, you know, we could give as many mimosas to. And they had coffee flavored M&Ms.
Oh.
Now, I'm not a big coffee flavor. I like my creamer with my coffee. These M&Ms were to die for. They were so good.
Coffee black.
Oh, you would love these. You would love them. So, thank you to that table.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to actually give you guys an idea of how, and honestly, we also, this is something Barbara does at the ends of all of her retreats. We make a make it and take it. This year, we did at Stitchcon, the make it and take it scissor fob. She gives these pieces individually and you just put them together. And each of the tassels were different colors. So a tassel, and then 2018, and then a computer, because it was FlossTube. So,
Clever.
Very clever, very beautiful, and I love it. Okay, so the things that my perspective of going into Stitchcon was to connect with the people. It wasn't until the first workshop that Pam and, was it Pam and Arlene? No, it was Pam and...
Oh, shoot.
Diana.
Diana.
It was
That's
Diana, one of the most beautiful women you will ever meet. She is just
Stitches.
Kismet Stitches. Diana, you are so beautiful. But when you do these floss tubes, you're kind of, it's a virtual reality. So it's not real like this, but it's
grabbing her knees.
Ow.
I was
This.
this.
My bad shoulder.
So it is a different type of relationship. And what blew me away was it became real to me when I met the people. When I met the people who watch our videos. Why is this like that? They made it real for me. I'm like, I am actually talking to these people. Whereas before, I'm talking to a computer with my girlfriends, having fun, sharing what we absolutely love, and sharing ourselves with you. But meeting you changed my whole perspective on everything. I have met some of the most quality people I've ever met. I just want to tell you, Polly, Old Dominion Stitcher, mwah, I love you. We will be connected forever. Minnie Gray.
Oh my gosh, Minnie. She's
Minnie,
so awesome.
Oh my gosh, Minnie. You are like a lavender bath.
Wow.
You are so soothing. And yes, I coined that phrase in one of our workshops. And now I've seen so many people comment on your Facebook about you being a lavender bath. It is not your stripper name. It is just how amazing and soothing you are to the people around you.
So nice. So nice.
So absolutely
Lavender
sweet.
bath. I like that.
Yes.
There was another Arlene. I have never
Arlene
been in a
Cohen.
crowd where there was
Right.
another Arlene. It was so fun to see. She's
Yeah.
so talented.
Oh
And-
my gosh, did you see the Blackworks? This
Oh
one?
my
Oh,
gosh.
They had.
She's
I
amazing.
didn't get a picture. Oh, I got one picture of their make it. What did they call the table?
The brag.
The
The
brag,
brag table. We've
Yeah.
got pictures of
Oh
it.
my
We
God.
are going
I
to
didn't-
show all of
I'll put that
those
in later.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get all of it, but some of the stuff that was on there was just amazing.
And it was really nice to meet the floss tubers that are the most successful and hear about what they were thinking when they first started out. They told their stories in our breakaways. And but I'll tell you what was real to me was meeting the people that I'm now watching. I love Marlene. I've already talked about her. I love Polly. I love Minnie.
Bendy Stitchy, Michelle Garrett was there.
Yeah, she was one of the big ones. And but I will
Jenna.
tell you, here is one a couple that on the last day, Amber and Melissa, who do the split screen. Amber was just heartbroken for leaving Melissa because they don't get to spend a lot. They're best friends that live in separate cities because their husbands works or their jobs, and to see them in tears saying goodbye to each other just really brought everything home as how special this is to be in a community like this where people genuinely love you, they care for you, would do anything for you. I loved seeing our local people, Katie Glass.
I got to hang
Yes.
out with Nicole.
Yes,
Nicole.
Nicole.
Really enjoyed her.
Pam and Steph, we just always love. I mean, they are not just...
Okay.
Do you get to tell about Pam?
I will.
Okay.
Not just mega FlossTuber superstars, but they're generally our friends.
And they're nice. They really are nice people.
They're amazing people. I love all of our local stitchers that...
She's sweet.
Yeah. The people that we get to interact with that sometimes I take for granted at our local LNS. We are a very close, tight stitching community. And Sharon, Delisha, Carrie, Tony, Pam and Jan, Lisa, Nancy, Judy, Tiffany, Tina, Cecil, you crack me up.
She has good pictures.
Oh my gosh, not only are your pictures, but talking to you, I just want to be you. You've got such an amazing sense of humor. I've tapped into your Facebook pictures. You are an adventurer. I just adore you. Also, Marcy, I'm expecting to see your FlossTube channel because I know you said you've talked about it for years, and I really want to see it because you are building, I think because of a fire you had, your stitchy room, craft room, and everything, you are remodeling and building that. I keep hitting the table, and I'm very, very sorry. But I think that would be amazing to show the progress of that and what you're thinking and how you're going about that. Absolutely, absolutely. Bring it on. Join the family in that FlossTube family.
I think for me, I mean, you all have had more time to go to some of these local stitches, like the Thursday nights and the Fridays that, you know, busy with school and work. And so it was fun to get to know some of the people that you've gotten to know, like Sharon and Cindy and
Delisha.
Best
roommate in the whole world.
She's so sweet. Just all the people. Carrie Jean, Tony. Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody there?
Well,
Cindy and Sharon.
and you got
By the
Cindy
way, I
and
want to
Sharon
share
too.
something about
Meet the
Sharon
what?
later. Yeah, you got to meet them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was really nice.
Yeah.
It was really nice to get to know the people that you've been talking about. So.
It's so true. So a segue. So we're sitting at our stitchy table with Delisha, Lisa, Sharon, Cindy, Tony, Carrie Ann, and Arlene and myself. And all of a sudden, I hear talking. I'm kind of like in the whole room. I mean, I
happened to be the 1 second she was sitting at our table.
probably about the one time. Actually, you guys talked about it, and I came back to the table is what it was. And Sharon came up with an amazing idea. Pam's birthday was
Just Keep
going
Stitching
to
Pam.
Just Keep Stitching Pam was going to be the last day of our Stitchcon retreat. It was on Sunday. And Sharon had come up with an idea that said, what if we get a card and we go around, have everybody sign it, and maybe just take up a small collection.
Well, it started just our table. You know,
Yes.
we'll just circle it around the table, and it kind of expanded from there.
Right. And so, like she said, it was just going to be us, the local stitchers and everything. But then they had an idea that maybe other people would want to sign the card, be a contributor or whatever. Because Pam and Steph have put so much into of their time, their own money, energy, sleepless nights, committee meeting after committee meeting into this Stitchcon. So we wanted to give back, and we thought that everybody else, not we, Sharon, thought that everybody else would want to get back. So they were talking amongst themselves, and about this time I'm coming over to the table, and they were saying, who could we get to go around to
This
everybody?
one.
Hostess with the mostest.
So we got a card the next day, and I just started going around the tables, telling people that Pam's birthday, this is how it went. I would go around the tables and I would say, hey guys, Pam's birthday is going to be on Sunday. What? What are we going to do for her? And I'm like, well, this is what we're thinking. And we took up a collection.
Totally voluntary.
Totally voluntary. I left cards at tables just so that I didn't want to know who, I didn't want to know how much who, because that was not what was going on. It was just a way to, even if they just wanted to sign the card. So anyway, we did this. I did it for every day all the way up until right before. So what Sharon thought was, she knew that Pam had a couple of framed pieces at Keepsakes
that were ready
to be picked up, but they needed to be paid for. And so we thought, we'll just take up a collection. Maybe we can get one out. Well, then this collection, people started passing this card. People were coming up to the table giving money. And I was like, Lisa, who was sitting at the table the whole time, had a piece of paper. This person gave a donation. Here's their name. So I had to go and find them. And then we passed it around for days. People, I'm telling you, when I say cross stitchers have the biggest most generous hearts, we were able to get 3. The only 3 they had framed. We could have gotten more, but that's all they had framed so much, because poor Joe is going to be in that basement framing
the rest of his life
forever, because they are now not framing anymore from May.
They think they're not framing anymore.
Oh my goodness. So we paid for 3 of them, and the two that you guys on Just Keep Stitching's their FlossTube that you guys picked for them, and then Joe was almost finished with the beach one.
But she just finished stitching that one too.
And she had just finished. She had just put it in, and he said, "I've almost got this one done. So if you want to, I can finish that and then come and bring it up to tonight." And I thought, oh my gosh.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he just finished it for that evening.
Wow.
So
I did not know that.
I said, okay, let's pay for that one too. And then what happened was they got it up there in time. Sharon and I took all the frames to the bedroom, wrapped them all, put them in the bag. And then on top of the $300+ to pay for the framing, we were able to collect $400 in cash. And so we caught all the cash into 4 $100 bills and put them in the card. And then I'm sure you saw on their FlossTube, the Just Keep Stitching, Pam is not a very good person because she doesn't understand why. She's a very good person, but she's not very good receiver yes, because she doesn't understand, because she gives of herself so much, and people who do give of themselves so much are hard receiving. I'm that way. One of my love languages is to give. I love to give presents, but when you have that, it's a little hard when you see people out of the blue who are giving you gifts. And so this was so generous. She was up there just so touched that everybody would do this. There was no more room on that card. People were writing literally on top of other people's names. And I'm just floored by people. I really am. I just love it. Every single time I go to something like this, I get more and more encouraged.
I learned some things too.
Yes, you did.
Were you done with your list?
I am. I was just looking to see if there was any other things.
I think one of the things I really enjoyed was when Crystal was up and around, and so you weren't there. I don't know if you went to dinner. I may have been.
I actually did leave the table occasionally to talk to people.
So
I wasn't completely glued.
Right. I wanted to talk to people about techniques. So I talked to Pam about how she stitched, and I went and I spoke with Jennifer, Felicity Stitches. So
oh my gosh.
Love
one of the most
girl.
Hilarious people you'll ever meet.
She is an ambivert like me, so she would, you know, she just said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to die. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm like, I know how you feel. That was so awesome. I feel like I have a sister. So we talked about that. Nancy had her husband Gene there, and he's an artist.
Yes.
And he was modifying some patterns, and so I really think they should start creating their own patterns, because he did a really nice job. But she showed us how to make a biscornu.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool to see that. I thought it was nothing I could
already
ever
knows
do.
how.
But
matter of fact, they do it the same way.
That was pretty cool. And I learned what railroad stitching is.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Know that, yes. So
how'd you not know that? Stephanie taught me.
I had never heard that before, and I heard it from somebody else.
I had learned that years ago from my biological mother. Told me about railroading. I'm like, huh.
So that was pretty cool. And I also got a whiff of a Thread of the Month Club.
Did you join?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
It's like $8 a month. I'm like, I can do that.
How many do you get?
I think 5.
Nice.
They have different, like 3 or 5 or whatever. So I
do share afterwards.
Yes, I'll have to look that up. I think it was from the Color and Cotton.
Nice.
Ooh, those are so beautiful.
Those are so beautiful.
Yeah. So I'll find that and I'll put that in the notes for our video. So it was just fun to talk to people about the way they approach things differently, and that was fun for me.
What was the perspective that you changed when you went into this?
So, didn't I talk about that already?
No.
Did you?
Yeah, because we're like coming on a record long hour and 10 minutes.
We're almost as long as Just Keep Stitching?
No, she doesn't remember that I talked about that. But
it was a long time ago.
It was an hour ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Over an hour ago, so we should probably wind this up.
Yes.
We just broke our 30-minute rule.
We're so sorry.
Yeah,
we knew this was going to be with 3 different people sharing 3 different perspectives.
And
we knew this might be a little bit longer.
It was a lot of fun. So it was wonderful. I would say if you've never done a stitching retreat and you can do that, please do. Stitch Away is in January. I think Stitchcon next year.
I'm signed up for Stitch Away next January.
I put my money down for Stitch Away too.
And my daughter signed up. Alex is coming to Stitch Away.
That's exciting. Very exciting. We might get Jerry Brown, our friend.
Yes, actually, I'm going to be asking you, Jerry, if you're free for Friday to come to Keepsakes for our Stitch Day.
And now that I know people and I'm off in July, I can come to some of these. So
yes, that'll be fun.
Nice. That'll be fun. So it'll make me feel more comfortable when I walk into a room of what were strangers who are not strangers anymore.
Well, and even for me, because even though I know everybody in the room, I'm still uncomfortable walking into the room.
That's fine. So yes,
and there's the differences.
And she's like, "Hey, strangers,
I'm here.
Hello, I want cookies." So look at me. I'm just going to sit here and stitch. So so that was a lot of fun. I really, really, really loved it, and I would encourage anybody who has not had that experience. This community is such a wonderful, nice, giving, talented community, and it's so really, really fun to be part of that. So
also, I wanted to shout out Kitchen Stitcher. You looked fabulous. No, Kentucky Stitcher.
Hello.
No, we didn't
look fabulous.
Why, yes, we do look fabulous.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Not compared. Kentucky Stitcher.
Who's Kentucky Stitcher?
It was it Carla? What is her name? Hold on. I'm so bad with these. Come on. Kentucky Stitcher. I know she's down here.
Old Dominion? No.
No.
Tony Stitches in Kentucky?
No.
Sorry.
Where's my glasses?
Oh, it's only
2
hours now. Kitchen Candy, Every, Kismet, Felicity, Delicious, Jessie Marie, Julie, Cross Stitch, Kathleen, Kimberly. It's not on there.
Anything Kentucky.
Organic Granny.
You know who it is. And
you know who you are.
Yes.
You know.
You took a picture. You took a picture with McKenna, but you were the one that I could not take my eyes off of. You had this Darla. I was saying Carla. It's not Carla. It's Darla, and you wore this fabulous black, sparkly.
I know who you're talking about.
That's why I said Carla, and I'm like, no, it's not Carla. It's Darla.
Yeah.
I couldn't take my eyes off of you. You were so absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I've started following you on Facebook, which I'm taking a little bit of a snooze break from Facebook. But your stitching is exquisite, and you looked beautiful, and I just wanted to let you know that I noticed, and that was really good.
If you can't tell, one of Crystal's gifts is really pouring life into people, and that's what makes her so incredible, and we're very thankful that you were like that.
Thank you very much.
So anyway,
we're done. Even if we're not done, we're done.
15 minutes. Thank you for sticking with us, and the next time it'll be more normal.
It'll be back.
Not that we're normal, but that it might be.
It'll be closer to normal.
As close as we can get.
So thanks for sticking with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.